All right, welcome to video number 3. And in this video, in the Dungeon Master class, I am going to go over developing a home base, building a home base for your campaign, a starting point. Your player's first sanctuary. I think that the biggest mistake that new dungeon masters make is trying to draw the whole world before they even name the local tavern. You don't need to map the whole continent, right? You need to map. You just need to start out with a home base, a village, a town, some safe haven for them. And in the world of Greyhawk, this map over here, you can pick anywhere on here and just create your own town or use an existing town. In this video, we're going to talk about just creating our own town. I'm not even going to name it first. I'm just going to say, and I'm going to say, boom, maybe it's over here somewhere in the Wild Coast somewhere, or maybe it's somewhere in in between Hommlet and Narwhal. We're just going to create a very quick town, and I'm going to show you guys surefire ways to do this. Because in old school, in our old school gaming, right, we started small. We started local. We needed a home base, right, and a place where players can heal their wounds, right, and spend their gold and find their next reason to risk their lives, right. Today I'm gonna show you how to start building a town that is going to feel alive, dangerous and essential, and you're going to be surprised how easy it is. So this is the DM and Friends, DM Angelo's method on how to get started. So the 3 pillars of a home base, right? So it's very, very simple, right? Start small, guys. So, a good starting town, right, isn't just a list of shops. It's a pressure cooker. I talk about pressure all the time, right? To make it work, you need 3 things, right? 3 pillars, right? Safety with a price, right? The town must have walls or at least a sturdy inn, right? Or a tavern, right? But staying there isn't free, right? So, high gold costs for rooms and food, create a burn rate, right? So that forces players back to the dungeon, right? So there's that revolving door there. You also need a rumor mill, right? And every home base needs a source of bad information, right? The blacksmith, the barkeep, the town drunk, they know something, but maybe only half of it is true. And I've done videos on the creating rumors, the formula for rumors. So I'll put that up here. So the other thing is you need some kind of local conflict, right? The town shouldn't be perfect, right? Maybe there's a corrupt tax collector, maybe there's a secret, cult in the cellar, the home base with its own problems feels like a real place. It's like the real world, not just a video game menu. Okay, so here's my step-by-step, and I'm calling it the 5 building method, right? Minimum. So I got my trusty graph paper here, and I'm gonna start this out. So, and I got a black marker that I generally would be using pencil, but for video purposes, I'm gonna do a black marker. So number 1, don't over design, right? You only need 5 locations to start a campaign, right? So here's our town. Okay, here's our small little town in between Narwhal and Hommlet in the world of Greyhawk, right? It's not on the map, but we're going to put it on the map, right? So you need an inn or tavern, right? So I'm going to start by this big giant box here in the center of the in the center of the map. And maybe this town is a crossroads, right? So maybe there's a north, south, east, west road. Okay, so right at the crossroads is where the inn is. Okay, so this is where the friends meet, right? The inn, the tavern. Let's and give it a name that sticks, right? So in Hommlet, there's the Inn of the Welcome Wench, right? Well, or the Broken Axe. So in in Middle Earth, it was the prancing pony. Yeah, so we're going to call this one the dirty shovel. Okay, so I'm going to the DS TTS TDS. I love it. So that's the dirty shovel. Okay, so that's going to be the name of the inn here, the dirty shovel. I love it. So you got a tavern. Okay, you got the crossroads. You got north up here. You got south over here. East. You got west over here. You got east. Okay, there's a beginning. Okay, you got our tavern. Okay, and then let's make sure we get a general store. So that's the fifth. That's the second building. So off to the side over here, I'm going to say on the west side, there's going to be a general store. Okay, so that's going to be. I'm going to put a G there. So you got a general store. Okay, that's for where you're going to get your 10-foot poles, right? And your iron rations and your iron spikes and your chalk, that we've talked about in previous videos. So you got a general store now, right? So I'm going to say on the northern side, we also building number 3, we're going to need a temple or a shrine, right? So I'm going to say over here, there is a very kind of largest temple structure. Okay. Notice I'm just making boxes. Like I don't need to draw the pillars and the statues and all that stuff. That can be done later. That can be, kind of fleshed out later. But there's a temple. So I'm going to put a big T right there, right? Okay. And because in AD&D, why do you need a temple in the town, right? Well, because, in our game, you need some place for them to you get cure light wounds casted on them or remove curse or something like that, right? So most local towns have some type of a religious location. So we want to put that in there. So the other thing, building number 4, I'm going to put it over here at the eastern side of the village, right? And that would be an authority figure of some sort, right? So a mayor, a sheriff, or a retired paladin, right? Someone who keeps the peace, right? Mostly, right? So like in Hommlet, you had Bern and Rufus. They were creating that small keep, right? That would be your authority figure for the town, right? There also, I think it was a mayor too, but realistically, who's holding the town together is Bern and Rufus, right? Retired adventurers, right? So that's where, and I'm going to put that here. I'm going to put an S here for sheriff. Okay. Okay. So the other piece, 5 building minimum, right? So maybe the hook. So let's talk about the hook, right? So you can add another. I mean, that's a good start right there, right? So maybe I'll call this building the hook, right? So one building that just doesn't fit, right? And like a burned out tower. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a burned out tower on the bottom over here, right? And I'm going to put a big old TWER there, right? Maybe it's a burned out tower at the edge of the town, right? And it's got boarded up windows, or maybe it's halfway demolished, or something hit it, or it's overgrown with vines, so that could be your mystery. That could be session 1 actually. But so here we go. We basically have a town, and you could come in here and put, maybe there's fields off to the bottom side, because this is a very small town. Put some fields over here. My drawing's not the best, but maybe these are fields, and here we go. Maybe there's a farmhouse, in the center here. Very, very simple. This is a perfect start for your town, okay? And they can be fleshed out later, but starting with those 5 buildings, that's the easy starting point for you, and it's not overwhelming, right? You get yourself these 5 things: the inn, starting point and inn, because they're going to need a place for them to put their head, a general store, a temple, and a authority figure of some sort, and some weird building. Okay, and that weird building might not mean anything, but put something in there to just be like, oh, that's kind of mysterious. Okay, and this temple, I'm gonna say, because of the area, maybe it's the temple of Saint Cuthbert. Okay, Saint Cuthbert. Okay, all right. So we have this. We have our town. We have our little easy peasy town, right? So over this direction towards the east is Narwhal. Well, and Hommlet's over here. Okay, so and we can put that anywhere on that big road, that road between the two locations. All right, so moving forward. Now, once you have a town, right? Once you have your town, right? You need to know what's one day's walk away from there, right? So this is a point crawl, right? And you can get yourself some hex maps and do 1 mile hexes or something like that. You don't need to fill every single hex, right? Just know where the hole in the ground is, right? And, where is it located, right? And relative to the town, right? Because maybe they hear a rumor and oh, there's this off over here, there's this there, boom, boom, right? You can start, if the players know, right? It takes 6 hours to get from the inn to this hole in the ground. Then they have to start thinking about things like time travel and how long is it going to take them to travel, right? Not time travel, but travel time, and and torches, and rations, right? And that's where the tension is going to start coming in your game. So think of that way. So you could grab another graph paper and you could easily put a center point and say, and I'll do that. So here's our roads again, right? Okay, and here's our town. Okay, and maybe there's rumors that there is a bunch of hills over here, and there's a cairn in here that an old cairn that's is supposedly haunted, right? So that's one point, right? And maybe there's maybe for the DM knows, maybe there's a bandit camp south, right? Okay, right there. Maybe over here there is an interesting thing like a druid grove. Okay, so easily done. Boom. Took me 2 seconds to do all this. Now I have a living world. Okay. So now let's connect them all, right? So that's your town, your local map, and let's talk about connecting the friends, right? So as a DM, don't just build this in a vacuum, right? Ask your players, okay? Who do you know in the town? Okay, who do you know in town? Maybe they say, maybe say, let them know that the blacksmith, right? Maybe somebody knows the blacksmith, or maybe they say that they have a tab at the tavern, right? From coming through here before. When the players help build the home base, they'll fight harder to protect it when things go wrong. So you could even go around the table in session 0 and say, this is the town. What do you guys know about it? Let them write it. Let them tell you. Oh, you know the innkeeper. That kind of stuff. Super simple, and it's a very easy way to flesh out things early on. It doesn't have to go in depth, but let them kind of flesh that out for you. Help you flesh it out. So, the tension. Your town is ready. Your town is super ready. Okay? The NPCs are waiting, right? But now we need the reason for the adventure, right? We need the reason. We need the hole in the ground, right? So in the next video, we're going to design your first one-page dungeon, Okay. And I'm going to show you how to build a lethal, exciting crawl that fills a single sheet of paper. Okay. And keeps your players busy for 2 or 3 sessions. All right, you guys, and that's going to be the next video. So, well, if I get this right, click right here, and that'll take you to the next video. And if you haven't seen this whole series leading up to this, check out the playlist that has all the Dungeon Master class in it. And we'll see you on the next video. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.